So some people really hate flashcards, and an argument that they raise is that if you're learning a language via flashcards, you have to rely on translation, and many people say that you should steer clear of using translation when learning a foreign language. Thoughts?
Of course, that sounds nice, and the dogma that's often repeated is, well, we learned our first language without any translation, and we learned it efficiently. So why don't we learn our second language like that? And there's 5 reasons why translation can actually help you a lot as an adult learner. The first one is that translation can help you illustrate more complex concepts a lot more quickly than just learning from the environment can. Sure, having a picture of something simple like an apple can help you learn that new word, but what if it's a concept like, if I had more money, then I would buy a car? Without using translation, you're having to create this elaborate new environment for them to figure out what this complex grammatical structure means, and it's a lot to figure out. So translation helps there. Number 2, translation helps you break these sentences or concepts into very small modules rather than, again, having to rely on creating this complex environment. And by breaking it into small modules, you're able to have quick references to things, you're able to repeat things in a pattern that is tailored to your own brain's ability to remember them. Number 3, translation as a goal is also a way to help you learn to produce the sentences better on your own, especially for questions. You know, if you're learning how to speak in questions, sometimes the only way that you would actually generate the question is if you happen to have that question. But if I give you a sentence to translate, you'll be practicing the generation of questions a lot more effectively. So using it to generate more. Number 4, translation is actually a great way to help with grammatical supplementation. Or maybe not even so much translation, but just the use of the native tongue to explain a grammatical concept in terms that you'd understand, rather than hoping that after 25 exposures you might kind of figure it out. And number 5, translation sometimes might be a goal in and of itself, and it might be something that you want to be good at. Whether you've got friends that don't speak the language and you want to kind of help them on the streets as they're visiting you in some foreign country, or maybe it's for work and your job is to kind of act as a moderator or translator. So for those 5 reasons, translation for adults is a very important tool for helping learn a language. It's efficient, and it's something that should not be ignored, and something that a lean software like Brainscape can really help people implement in a fashion that's going to be more efficient for them for learning.